What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Hot Mic here. Mere 3 days before the Oscars, I am the outlaw John Rocha. I used to be the outlaw, but John Rocha for sure. Joined as always by the Sneider himself, Jeff Sneider. How are you, Jeff?
Hello, Johnny boy.
What is it? Is this your director's cosplay? What do you wear? You look like John Ford out there. All you're missing is a cigar.
I'm Steven Spielberg, actually.
Is that what you?
Yeah.
I can see that. Okay. Spielberg now a billionaire. Have you seen this, Jeff? I think he's like a multi-billionaire. That just came over the wire a few days ago that he is a certified billionaire. Pretty amazing
Welcome
stuff.
To the club, Steve. Maybe next time start a movie newsletter. You'd be there a lot sooner.
Oh, there you go. Yes. He's been crowned top of the celebrity rich list with a net worth of $7.1 billion. Jeff, where does Steven Spielberg get $7.1 billion? That is insane to me. Wow. You say a significant chunk of his wealth comes from Universal Studios.
All came from the Post. He made an amazing deal on the Post.
On the Post. Yeah, exactly. Well, we are here live on a brand new episode of the Hot Mic. Thank you all so much for joining us on this Thursday. We got so much to get into, Jeff. You know, a couple of scoops that you broke over the last few days, especially one today, pretty massive scoop as well. We're going to get into that. Speaking of which, more DC news, entertainment news, film news as well. We're even going to have our Oscars predictions a little bit later on in the show. We know Jeff is on FYC, so he's only going to give us so much, but we're going to have some fun talking about that as well. And remember, the Streamlabs super chats are open. Send in your love, send in support. Let's get to 50 super chats today. 50 super chats today. Let's get it going at $5 or more. Maybe, just maybe, something will get revealed by the end of the show. We'll see if we get to that point. We'll see. All right, Jeff, let's jump into the big news. One of the big news items. Let's lead off in a big way here. Kate Winslet. How about this news? This broke yesterday that Kate Winslet is reportedly eyed as the star of the new Lord of the Rings trilogy. This comes as we've also been hearing about Anya Taylor-Joy and Lee Woodall coming in. But this is kind of an interesting situation when you look at it. Is Kate Winslet going to be the lead of this, or is she going to be more of, like some people have speculated, she could be the mother of Aragorn, that she's not necessarily going to be the main focus on this? But if you cast her in this, I don't know how you don't make her the main focus on this, but pretty amazing stuff that she's jumping onto yet another franchise after Avatar. What are your thoughts on this?
I thought she was going to be Gollum's love interest. Smeagol's love interest, no?
I don't think so. No.
Never mind. That joke just... Wah, wah,
yeah.
wah.
I got to humor you, so you know.
No idea who she's playing. I don't know my Lord of the Rings mythology. She is being positioned as the female lead, though, and it makes sense, given a connection to Peter Jackson through Heavenly Creatures, right?
Right. Yes. At the beginning.
At the beginning of her career, really, but even before Titanic.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there's no shame in franchises, and besides, Avatar barely counts because that's just like a mocap voice role.
Right. She's not the lead in that one. Yes, for sure.
Her face isn't on screen.
Oh, right. Her face isn't on screen. That's for sure. Yeah. But do you like this as a decision, as a choice here? I mean, does this indicate anything to you about the approach they're having here? Because last week you speculated that this could be, or that you've maybe heard that this could be the start of a new trilogy, or a new trilogy is coming. Do you think now, having her being a part of this, does this feel less like a one-off and more like a trilogy, or is this irrelevant in terms of whether it's a trilogy or a one-off?
I think it is a trilogy.
Okay.
I think it's intended to be a trilogy, right? And I think she's in two of the highest grossing movies of all time, right?
Yes.
Between
Titanic and Avatar.
And Titanic, yeah. So she has a certain bankability. She's an Oscar winner. I think it's a real coup for the project, I would say. Especially, losing Vigo.
Yeah. Well, that's true. You got to replace that kind of star power for sure. And some people are speculating, as you said earlier, that she could be playing Gollum's grandmother. Some people have speculated Aragorn's mom. But you're saying female lead. And that seems to indicate that she would be focused. Is that what you think? Center of the film?
I have no idea. I don't know what the female lead is. You know,
is it a possibility of Anya Taylor-Joy and Leo Woodall, or do you think they're still very much in conversations?
They both make sense to be. Those rumors pass my smell test personally, unless Anya's committed to something else. I think this is a good. You know, Furiosa didn't quite work out.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
you know that attempt, but like she needs a hit, especially like Last Night in Soho didn't really work.
Yeah.
She could use a hit, and Lord of the Rings could be it. Leo Woodall, he's one of these up and comers that the town really is excited about and loves. I haven't necessarily seen it, but I guess he'd be fine as a young Aragorn or whatever.
Yeah. I like the idea. I think she's such a good actress, such a established actress. If you want to, bring in, Cate Blanchett, who's who we had before, Benedict Cumberbatch in The Hobbit, like you're bringing in these really strong, powerful British actors that are known for doing great work and complex and interesting and serious work. So why not? It could be a great way to go about it with her as well. And get your bag, Kate. You did all that time doing those independent films, scratching that itch in the 90s and 2000s. Get that bag now. And enjoy the rest of your life making a little bit of money as well. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, we'll see what happens with that. Also, Jeff, earlier today, we had a new trailer for Disclosure Day. Speaking of Steven Spielberg, who you're dressed as, a lot more of the story here, more with Colin Firth, who clearly is, symbolizing that trope of like, don't tell him everything. The world could fall apart if they find out about aliens. It seems like Josh O'Connor is a whistleblower or possibly an alien in disguise. Emily Blunt seems to possibly be an alien in disguise. And then you've got the other people involved as Coleman Domingo as well, and Eve Hewson. So what did you think of this trailer, man? Did it get you more excited, or did you come out of this pretty much the same feeling you had going in?
I got to tell you, the dog ate my homework. I did not watch this trailer this morning. Sorry. It's been a busy day, even though it's my first day off in ages. And so yeah, haven't seen it. Can't weigh in on it. Sorry, I saw a zillion other trailers though this week.
Oh yeah, what else did you see? You want to talk about any of those, please? In the Gray,
Thrash this morning.
Which one?
Thrash.
No, I did not see that one. What's that one about?
That is Tommy Wirkola's shark movie that was going to be a Sony release, and then it got kicked to Netflix.
Oh,
remember?
Yeah, they emailed me about that one this morning. I did not watch it though.
Phoebe Dynevor. I thought it actually looked fun. It's like what is it, a tropical storm or whatever, and then the water all these sharks, and it looked wild.
Wow. And I don't know Tommy Wirkola, I don't think.
Thrash. The Rash. That would be a funny title.
Yeah, Thrash. Yeah, exactly.
The Rash.
What has Tommy Wirkola done? Refresh my memory here, Jeff. I don't know too much about him.
He did Dead Snow, and he did I think he did the original version of the Trip, which is that Jason Segel, Samara Weaving's remaking that over Your Dead Body. Right. One of that. He did something else big. I'm blanking on what it was though.
Yeah, Phoebe Dynevor, John Hunsu, Whitney Peak. All right, coming to Netflix on April 10th. Yeah, this looks good. I'm looking at it right now. This looks interesting.
He did Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, I think.
Oh, okay. It doesn't look like your standard like cheesy ass shark movie. This actually looks like a lot of fun. Not like that Ben Kingsley, Aaron Eckhart one that looks utterly terrible.
Yeah, I'm not going to see that.
Yeah, I don't imagine. Anything else you saw? Did you see the Obsession, Desert Warrior, Hokum in the Gray?
Desert Warrior. Obsession looks great.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, Obsession looks damn good.
Yeah,
I saw that yesterday.
That one. That actress, Indy Navarrete.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be a star. I get good vibes from her. I'd like to interview her. I saw her in that movie Trap House.
Yes.
With Batista. I like she's got a look.
Okay. All right. In the Gray impress you at all? I was kind of like a male on that one.
It looked releasable. I mean, it didn't look like a movie that was like unfinished or like why, I thought Jake Gyllenhaal looked like he's having fun in it. He got the tone.
Yeah.
I'm curious. You?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was fine. It had shades of, what was that film that Guy Ritchie did for Apple TV with John Krasinski. It had a little bit of that kind of energy to it.
Fountain of Youth.
Yeah.
And even
a little bit. What's that?
No, I didn't even bother with Fountain of Youth. This looks much more watchable, I would say.
Okay. Jake is so interesting, isn't he? Like these choices he makes for the projects that he gets on. It's a fascinating thing. You know, because it kind of vacillates between the serious shit and having some fun blowing shit up type of stuff.
And that's what an actor should do, right? They should vacillate between serious shit and just popcorn stuff. At least I think he makes the popcorn stuff watchable, even when, like, I didn't love Ambulance, but like he made Ambulance watchable.
Yeah.
I think that's what he does. So I hold out hope for this one, even though we know it's been sitting on a shelf for like 3 years.
Yeah. We've touched on it a few times on the show, and at least now it's finally getting out. Do you think this one will make any money? I mean, Ministry of Ungentlely Warfare really underperformed. Do you think there's enough star power?
Now it's coming. It's like kind of competitive. It's kind of coming out in the middle of summer. I would have dumped this in January or August or something like that. So no, I don't think it'll make very much money. I don't think they're going to really spend a lot to market it, to be honest.
Yeah. It seems like they're not going to do that.
Yeah, you got to just like basically hope that Henry goes on social media and promotes it and his fans show up.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like 10 to 12 million, I think, is a win at this point for this movie.
Oh, I would agree with that. 100%. Something that broke yesterday is that Universal Studios is this morning actually, is extending their theatrical windows to 45 days by 2027. Now, Jeff, you know, we have had this battle for years over the theatrical windows extending or getting shorter, and it seems like Universal is kind of taking this initiative to step up and push them out a little bit farther. Do you feel that they're reading the tea leaves a little bit, reading the audience a little bit, and they're just that first studio that's stepping forward to push the release dates out a little, or the theatrical windows out a little further? What do you think about this move?
I think it's necessary, right, to protect the future and the future health of the movie industry and movie theaters. I mean, someone told me that, like, you know, I think it was Tom Rothman who came in and gave like had like an off the record lunch or whatever with their company, and he said the most important thing about the industry right now is windows and protecting windows, because, you know, like, availability is everything, and access. You know, I do think that studios had to meet the consumer where the consumer was during COVID, right? The consumer was stuck at home.
Sure.
But you're seeing them unwind all those moves now that they made, because they realized that theatrical is a really good business, and doing well in theatrical, you know, sets up doing well in all these other, you know, windows down the line.
Yeah.
So it all feeds into it. And without theatrical, your movie's simply not as valuable. So it's nice to see Universal really invest in movies. And like, it was nice being able to miss a movie and catch it 3 weeks later, essentially, on VOD. Yeah. It was a Universal title, but I don't know how healthy it was for the business ultimately. Like, good for consumers, bad for the business. It's time to get those windows back, you know, at 5 weekends.
Yeah, this is based on a New York Times report, and they speculated that they said that three of the major studios had agreed that they need to reinstate the 45-day window, while several others were still in talks. But Universal Studio Pictures was the only one that full on said they were going to do this. Their films in the past went to VOD after just 17 days, which is only like 3 weekends in the theaters. So beginning this year in 2026, they will extend that window to 5 weekends. And by 2027, it plans to expand it further to 7 weekends. So this is a gradual situation that they're going forward to with all of this. So yeah, I like the idea too. I think you have to start creating the exclusivity of the specialness of seeing it in the theater, and kind of break the pattern of people waiting for it 3 weeks later. Like, it's up to the studios. They got to take these chances and make this happen. And then eventually the audience will adjust, just like they adjusted shorter windows, they'll adjust to the longer windows. You know? What
was the last big Universal release that you can recall?
Oof, I don't know. Don't ask me, man. I get a tough time with the studios. What was in the window? I'm
going to assume that it was Wicked. Right?
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah, Wicked for Good. Yeah.
And Wicked underperformed Wicked for Good. And I think it's probably because people knew I can catch it. Like, they announced that VOD date very early.
Yes. Yes.
It was out on VOD surprisingly quickly. And I wonder if Universal thinks, hey, we left some money on the table here by not leaving it in theaters longer.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. All right. So we'll see what happens with that. And then one last thing before we get into the meat of our conversations here. Kevin Williamson is apparently not coming back for Scream 8. Even though the box office numbers were pretty good in that first weekend with the $60 million opening, it had a 70% drop in the second weekend. And the main issue is because that film just wasn't very good, as we've talked about here on the show. So are you not surprised by this? He said, I think the next Scream, I'll probably step back. I want to direct another film that I've written that is just waiting for me to get on top of it. So, Jeff, any surprise on this at all? Oh, there you go.
A praise Jesus! A hallelujah! A Brother Jeffrey's prayers have been answered by the Lord. Good riddance.
Oh,
you, Kevin Williamson, you are my screenwriting idol. What happened here?
Yeah. Go ahead. Keep going.
You're my screenwriting idol, Kevin Williamson, but you need to stay away from a camera.
Yeah.
You can't direct. I don't care how much money the movie made. That's marketing. That's Nev Campbell. This has nothing to do with your direction. Yeah. You need to hand this camera over to somebody else who knows what they're doing, because you did not do a very good job. And I think that he knows that, and Paramount knows that. He's probably like a Band-Aid on like a tough situation, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that the franchise is back on its feet or whatever, it is time to rip the Band-Aid off and hire a real director.
But he seems to not learn the lesson here, because he's saying he wants to direct another film that he's written. Teaching Mrs. Tingle did not do well. This Scream movie was not well received directing-wise by any critic that I saw. And yes, it made money that first weekend, but again, the 70% off. And you had Anna Camp. Tell you what, don't cast Anna Camp in your movie, because this person is just, I don't know what's wrong with her, man.
She's a TV actress. Fine on TV. She's a TV actress.
Yeah. There's this little self-entitlement to her that's a little ridiculous, that she has not earned in any way, stretch, or form. She's not who you think about when you think about the Anna Kendrick fucking karaoke movies. It's Anna Kendrick you think about, or Rebel Wilson, or even Brittany Snow after that, or whatever. And so, like, it's nonsense to me that she went on a podcast and went after Williamson's script and said indirectly that there was, quote, really nothing there in the script for character development. It's like, girl, if you need all the tools in order to build the thing, come on, man.
There probably was nothing for her to play. I'm not like, her performance was bad. I don't care what's on the page or what isn't. Her performance was bad, but I'm sure that the script wasn't very good. And it was just patched together. And so I'm not going to get angry at her for being the one actress who tells the truth at a junket.
I mean, I could see Nev Campbell or Courtney Cox saying something, but Anna Campbell just showed up 2 minutes ago to the franchise.
You should be happy to be here.
Yeah, you should be happy to be here. You know, you start your bullshit on social media, and now you're going to go on a podcast and complain about the script? Fuck out of here. You know? I'm just saying. Be thankful you're even in it. All right, let's move on to the big story, Jeff. Let's move on to your scoop. Do you want to take it yourself and present this?
Which one? Which one are we talking about?
This one, of course. Aaron Pierre, according to Jeff Sneider at the Insider, Aaron Pierre's Jon Stewart will appear in Man of Tomorrow and will have a meaty role. This is not a fly-by-night situation, and he has cleared a schedule. Jeff, what do you hear about this? Let us know.
Mr. Pierre.
Oh.
I thought this was pretty cool when I heard it.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a huge surprise. TV and film, as far as the DCU is concerned, they're supposed to sort of blend into one, right? So it makes they'll be going from Lanterns, which debuts in August, to Man of Tomorrow, which is going to start filming in April.
Yeah.
Geez, I'm again. I don't want to miss.
Do you want me to read your article?
He's a really good actor. I think that Man of Tomorrow benefits from having him there. Is he going to be teaming up with Superman, or is Superman going to fight him?
To me, this, if you want my points of view, I think this is.
Never mind. Let's move on.
I think this is a soft launch of the Justice League. That's what I think is happening here.
Off launch.
You've got Hawkwoman, you've got Green Lantern now, you've got Superman, you possibly have Supergirl, and there's rumors about a Wonder Woman or Batman appearance. So I would not be surprised if they're laying the groundwork for a Justice League rather, and just kind of laying the groundwork a little bit of needing to get a team together because of otherworldly or cosmic villains like Brainiac coming to Earth. I think this could be very, very possible. And clearly they have high hopes for him coming out of Lanterns, Jeff, to already put him in this thing and give him, as you said in your write-up, a pretty meaty role.
I don't know. Like, I don't think it's just a cameo, right? Because he's been turning down other projects. That's sort of how I heard about it, right? Other people reach out to him. Hey, will you do my movie this summer? You know, I need you for May and June. He's like, you know, his team says, well, listen, Aaron's not available for May or June. And then maybe they, you know, say it and maybe they don't. Why? But anyways, I'm curious how he's used. Like, to me, this is still, they're laying the groundwork for maybe the Justice League or whatever, but at the end of the day, it's still like a buddy cop Superman and Lex Luthor movie, I think, in a way, to TV against Brainiac. So I don't know if he'll have like a role like the size of Lobos and Supergirl. You know, which doesn't seem insignificant there. Right.
But I mean, the idea is Brainiac, right? Which is a cosmic villain, space villain. There's all these people complaining after the teaser trailer of Lanterns. Where's the cosmic stuff? Where's the cosmic stuff? Well, it could just be that they didn't want to show you anything, and they're going to eventually lead to that in the Lanterns show, and then boom, that's going to launch it into Man of Tomorrow. I would not even be surprised that the villains in the Lantern show have a connection to Brainiac. I would not be surprised if they found a way to connect them, because some of the villains that they've mentioned that Paul Ben-Victor and Garrett Dillahunt and others might be playing are people who are connected to a cosmic type of thing. So it's very possible that this is how they're laying this all out to connect everything up to Man of Tomorrow. So yeah, it makes sense that Aaron Pierre would be part of this thing.
Yeah. I'm curious whether Mr. Terrific is back. I would assume he is, but you know, didn't want to speak out of turn and say that he was if he wasn't.
Yeah.
Man, it's like I've had this story for a few days actually.
Talk about how this all went down, man, because you had to beat Boris to this one.
I didn't realize. Basically, I held the story for a couple days. I was planning on breaking it here on the podcast with you fine folks at 4:00, and I called John this morning and told him that was the plan.
Yep.
And then, you know, the more I sat with it, the more paranoid I got, and I was just like, I can't be sweating this out all day. And so decided to roll with it early. I just don't think it was going to hold. You know, I don't know when James is going to start confirming Superman casting or whatever.
Right.
I don't know. What was the other element that we wanted to discuss?
Well, let me put this up because I wanted to create this graphic real quick and put up this thumbnail to show the people who are reportedly a part of this sequel, because it looks like it is a shit ton of people in this sequel for sure, with returning and new characters coming in to the situation. Here we go. There it is. You've got Corn Sweat, Lex Luthor. You've got Brainiac, Lois Lane, Jimmy Olsen, Tressmacher, the Engineer, Hawkgirl, Rick Flag, and Jon Stewart. Now, that's a hell of a lot of people to be putting into your sequel, with more probably to come for sure down the road here as we get closer and closer to the release of this movie. So it looks like a pretty jam-packed film overall. And I'm sure some of the villains who we've seen before will creep into this thing as well. So yeah, curious to see. But I like it. The other thing we should move on to DC. Anything more to say on this, Jeff? Anything more that you've heard? Anything else you want to say about it? Nope.
Trying to think if there's anything else that I've heard going on in the DC.
Any Lantern stuff? Any DC stuff? Anything else?
No, I don't think so. I just like, as far as the cosmic stuff.
Yeah.
This is an expensive show.
True.
I think it's expensive for a reason. And it's not just because it stars Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre and Kelly McDonald. I think if they, you know, did spend on some stuff, and they're probably just not showing it in the first teaser.
Right. Right. I agree. Let's stay in the DC vein. Let's move on to this. Daniel Craig has reportedly, if you believe the rumors that he was even in consideration, was offered the role, he has reportedly turned down the role of Christopher Dent. Production is supposed to start in May, which is like 3 or 4 months away. March, April, 2 months away. It has been quite the drama, of course, casting the role. Brad Pitt being interested, Stellan Skarsgård being interested. And then now Daniel Craig has apparently turned it down because he's in prep mode for Damien Chazelle's prison movie, which will be opposite Cillian Murphy and Michelle Williams, which Cillian has talked about recently doing the Peaky Blinders stuff. So this is so interesting, Jeff. What are you hearing on this? Why are people turning down this role? And are we now in Liam Neeson as Christopher Dent territory? What are your thoughts on this?
I would be so skeptical of that rumor. I think that is just... And again, with the Daniel Craig of it all, I don't know the order of events, but if I had to guess, that was probably old news. I don't think you go from Stellan to Daniel Craig. I think you go from Daniel Craig to Stellan Skarsgård.
That's a great point. You go Brad Pitt, Daniel Craig, Stellan Skarsgård. Yeah. Great point.
That's what I would do if I were an executive. So, I just never really got that. But I don't know that for sure. I think the Chazelle movie probably is a better bet for Daniel Craig. I don't know, why they haven't found somebody yet. I'm sure they'll find somebody great. I wouldn't sweat it. I wouldn't panic. People are like, guys, should we be worried? Everybody's passing on this Christopher Dent role. How bad is it? How bad is the script? How bad is the part? Nobody wants to do it. Like, this is kind of, why studios hate scoopers and us reporting on offers, because people pass on this shit all the time. You guys have no idea. Sometimes it's the money, sometimes it's the schedule or where they're shooting. It's a million other factors. So
or as Anna Camp said, sometimes it's the script and there's no character development, and I can't bring it to life the way you'd like me to. So
as I've long said on the show, I believe that whoever winds up with the part will be the person who should have wound up with the part all along. Wow,
it's very Buddha of you, man. It's very.
I know it is. That's I'm very zen as a reporter, and I have to adopt this attitude, because I see so many people pass on this part or that part. I'm privy to too much knowledge. I'm the man who knew too much.
Nice reference. Who the hell else would? I mean, who's left of these older actors that could slide in here, man?
Fuck. There's a zillion of them. I just did a list a couple weeks ago. I gave you 10 great actors. Yeah.
All right. Is there anyone that you have an odds-on favorite from your list that you created?
I still don't know why we're not going to Vigo.
Oh yeah, we talked about Vigo on the show. You're right. Yeah. Maybe he doesn't want to do it. I mean, he turned down the Lord of the Rings. Maybe he's done with franchises. It's too exhausting at his age, right? Isn't he almost 70?
You know what? Jamie suggested this. Jamie had an idea, and I shot it down because I was like,
okay.
He goes, what if Christopher Dent were black?
And he has a lily white son? He adopted his white son? He adopted his white son?
I don't know. Maybe,
what does that open the door for?
Because who'd be good?
Who?
Delroy Lindo.
Oh my God, that would be good. I tell you what, however you need to make that happen, I would 1,000% be on board with
that. Would be interesting if he was like adopted, and Harvey's always felt like, like, why didn't my birth father want me? And like, there's, I don't know.
And maybe that's what it has. He has mental health illness or issues passed on genetically, which can sometimes happen. So, because it's chemistry sometimes, that could be a possibility where he's adopted Sebastian Stan, and that two-faced thing can mean two different meanings. Can have two different meanings in terms of his approach to the world. That's a possibility for sure.
Just give Daniel Day-Lewis's kid a job on this sequel, and let's get him as Christopher Dent.
Yeah, I would love him as Christopher Dent.
Get Ronan or whatever his name is. We'll give him a job somewhere in the production, and then Daniel will come to work.
Get Tom Cruise, bro. Can't you get Tom Cruise? Shouldn't you get Tom Cruise? Wouldn't Tom Cruise be a great choice?
Maybe we'll get Christopher Dent next week after the Oscars, after Sean Penn maybe wins an Oscar.
Yeah. Oh man, don't even joke. Sean Penn in this? Fuck. I would love that. I would love that. Is that my Two-Face in there? I would love that. That would be amazing.
That was good. That was good.
Let's stay in DC. One more story here, Jeff. Wait.
Before you
go
move
ahead.
on.
Yes, go ahead.
With Superman,
yes,
there's that role of Maxima.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's gonna be a female villain in that.
Yes.
What did Emma Mackey drop out of that Nancy Meyers movie to do? We still don't know.
That's a good point. Yeah. I don't know. But some people are speculating that Eva Dominici
shoots around the same time. I'm just saying the Nancy Meyers movie.
Okay.
Oh, was that the thing today?
That's the thing today that people are speculating that Eva Dominici is reportedly in talks to portray.
I don't know who that is.
Maxima.
Who is that?
You got me.
Who is she?
Let's take a look. I just saw it online. I didn't know who she was. Dominici. Dominici.
Emilio, like that. Emma Mackey was the runner-up for Lois Lane in Superman. Could she end up being the villain? But like, wait, isn't she the villain in Narnia?
I think she is the villain. Okay, so Eva De Dominici is a Argentinian actress, former model. Let's see here. Nothing that I see that I've seen. Under the Stars, Fragility of Bodies. Oh, she was in 33 episodes of The Cleaning Lady, which I never saw. But yeah, so not really a big theatrical thing.
Your place looks like you've never seen A Cleaning Lady, John.
Hey, what are you talking about? A Cleaning Lady comes every 2 weeks.
Damn, look at you. You live in the high life. You can afford A Cleaning Lady?
Hey, listen, that's the Lady Outlaw. She is very stringent about keeping this house super clean every 2 weeks. That ain't on me. You know, she loves this kind of stuff. And we take turns.
Emma Mackey dropped out of that Nancy Meyers movie for a reason.
Yeah. Do you think it was because she wanted to do an Ella McKay sequel? No.
Ella McKay too. Still the governor of the state she was born in.
All right, let's stay in DC. One more thing here, Jeff, as I just put up this graphic. Supergirl. Hey, another month, another composer. Supergirl has a new composer, third composer now on this movie. Tom Holkenborg had been the most recent composer, also known as Junkie XL, but taking over scoring duties now is Claudia Sarne. This is amazing because back in December, it was Ramin Djawadi had been the film's composer, and then Junkie XL took over in February of this year. And now, just a few weeks out for this movie coming out, we have Claudia Sarne coming in here to compose the music. This is a little bit weird, dude. Changing composers is not weird. Changing composers 3 times and just before a film's about to come out, that seems a little weird to me. What do you? Does this ring any alarm bells to you?
Don't send a man to do a Supergirl's job.
Oh, no.
You know, who cares? Like, what are we panicking about this? There's going to be a score. It's going to have music on it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be from a woman, which I think is great.
Yeah.
What's there to be nervous about that they can't pin down the score? Like,
yeah, what's the issue with the score that they can't seem to get it right?
They're experimenting with different sounds and throwing out what doesn't work. Like, what do you want them to do? Like, well, we hired Junkie XL and we better not fire him because then people will think it's weird that we have a third composer. So let's just stick with the score that doesn't work.
Yeah. I don't see too many theatrical features under her resume, but quite a lot of TV stuff, like that yogurt shop. Say it again.
Are we sure this is true?
I'm just saying this is reportedly what has gone on.
Okay.
That she is taking over as the composer.
Okay, so yeah, she hasn't done a lot of feature stuff, but like, you know, Anna Noguera wasn't writing the tentpoles for every studio.
I know.
She was hired to write every DC temple.
I know.
Maybe James likes giving people new people a chance.
This could not even, maybe it's Craig who's saying, I don't like either one of these scores so far. Let's get a female.
Yeah, guys, it's Craig.
I don't think he's a doormat like you seem to think. I think Craig's got some strong opinions on shit. But yeah, she did the score for 999. Woof. But she did the score for the Elizabeth Moss Shining Girl series.
999 right now.
Is he really?
He just called an hour ago. He's like, he was telling me all about it. Like,
you ever seen this movie?
What a cast! What a cast!
It's a lot of dicks in this movie.
So he's like, it's a lot of Russian Jews, and he's like, I can't understand what they're saying because he's like, everybody's mumbling. Right? He's like, everybody's mumbling in this movie. I go, are they mumbling, Dad, or are you just deaf?
What's the one that Michael Bay did?
Guys, Kate Winslet. She's just gonna mumble her way to that movie.
What's the one that Michael Bay did? Was it Six or was it Bayona? Who did the Six Underground or whatever it is? What the fuck is the name of that
Michael
one?
Bayona did it. Yes.
Yeah. Which one? 999 or Six Underground? Which one did you take?
Oh no, 999 was John Hillcoat. I want to say.
Yeah. John Hillcoat 999. Yeah. Anyway, all right, we'll see what happens with that. That concludes the DC portion of our conversation. Jeff, anything more you want to say before we move on from DC for now? Anything? No? All right. Let's move on to this. What about this news that broke here, Jeff? That Michael Sarnoski, of course, of Quiet Place Day One fame, is being eyed to direct Alien Romulus, the sequel. Fede Alvarez was moved off of this project or willingly left the project. There were rumors all over the internet claiming that he wanted David Johnson to come back to reprise his role, and David Johnson had no interest in coming back, and that's why they replaced him. Michael Sarnoski, certainly that Quiet Place Day One got a lot of love from people, and Nexus Point News is reporting that he's now in talks to direct the sequel. Does this pass your smell test? Do you buy this? Because he did reference the Aliens movies when he was talking about A Quiet Place Day One during the junket. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you like this?
I do like it, and it is true that he is on a short list of contenders for this part. For the directing job. Sorry, he doesn't have it.
Okay,
but he's on a short list. He's definitely like in the mix, being eyed, whatever you want to call it. Right. I think he'd be a good hire. I like Sarnoski's work so far. I'd like to see Death of Robin Hood before I made that decision. If I'm Steve Asbell, I want to take a look at that movie first.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe that this is true the way that it was positioned. Which is, he's in the mix. He's one of few. The rest of it, though, I call bullshit on. Doesn't even make sense.
The David Johnson thing?
Yeah. So, first of all, the idea that Fede Alvarez was like, no, I was never coming back. It was always like a one and done sort of thing.
Yeah.
No, that was not how it was originally.
Right.
I don't know about the David Johnson element, but that doesn't pass my smell test because it's like, oh, he had David Johnson in mind for his movie, but then David didn't want to come back. So
yeah.
So we can't do that idea. Obviously, if we can't get David Johnson back, we can't do this idea. Let's pivot to something else.
Gotcha.
But it doesn't mean you have to pivot away from Fede, right? You would just say Fede, like come up with another idea that doesn't have. No, what I was told, and maybe this is because of David Johnson not wanting to return, it's that Fede wanted to use David, which is the Michael Fassbender character. Right. And maybe that's where things are being lost in translation because of David Johnson and the character of David.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know if like the tip got, distorted or whatever.
Right,
but
right.
Wanted to use David, and Ridley Scott was like, no, David's mine.
Wow.
And if anybody's making another movie with David, it's gonna be me.
Right. Okay.
So
that makes sense.
That is to me what I think was going on there is that they clashed. I don't think it was like, well, if you can't deliver David Johnson, you ain't directing this movie.
Wow. All right. Fair point. Interesting stuff. All right. Well, we're 40 minutes into the show. Just want to remind you all the Streamlabs and Super Chats are open. I have heard from one of my sources that I have something to drop by the end of the show if we get to 50 Super Chats at $5 and above. So send in your love, send in your questions, thoughts, and comments to us here.
Send your subscription dollars to the Insider. Subscribe to the newsletter. I'm dropping bombs all week.
That too. There you go. Yeah, subscribe at theinsider.com for sure. All right. So that's the Sarnoski news. Let's move on to this. What are your thoughts on this, Jeff? I'm coming back. Arnold Schwarzenegger at a recent event celebrating him pretty much revealed, and then THR backed this up, that Christopher McQuarrie and him have been working on a King Conan movie that it has been greenlit, and he is working on the script, McQuarrie is, for this situation. Details of basically him getting moved out as the king and then having to find his way back. He also revealed that there is a Commando 2 script apparently in the works, and a Predator. He'll be coming back to reprise his role as Dutch in Predator. So how much of this do you believe? How much of this you put credit in? What are your thoughts?
Here's the deal.
Okay.
Let's look at and see how Masters of the Universe does in a couple of months.
Oh,
right?
yes.
It's kind of similar territory.
Yeah,
big man with a big sword.
Sure.
Arnold had a window to reprise characters like this.
Mm-hmm.
He spent that window being the governor of California.
Yeah.
Now that he's out of office and he wants to get back into Hollywood and all that stuff, it's just like, you're too old to go back to characters like this, I think.
I agree.
I think this is a terrible idea. I did not grow up on Conan the Barbarian movies. Those, you'd have to be older than me, to really have been a fan of them. I think they have no cultural weight or significance these days. If they were to reboot this show with Alan Ritchson or whoever, no. I think this is just best left in the past. And here's the other thing. Masters of the Universe costs $200 million.
Yes.
This isn't gonna cut. You could actually do this if you kept the cost down to 40, 50, 60 million tops.
Yeah.
At that point, maybe it's worth it. The problem with that is that Chris McQuarrie is not a let's keep it to $40 million guy.
Mm-hmm.
He thinks in huge set pieces and stuff. And I feel like if you have him involved, it's going to be $120 million. And at that price point is a terrible proposition.
Yeah, I agree. That's a lot. That is a lot. Yeah.
And we don't know what the budget is. So I do think that this would be a little bit more mid-budget than tentpole cost. But McQuarrie's involvement, he has to be expensive, just alone. Just him.
But they clearly must have faith in this in some level, Jeff, to get McQuarrie on this, because, this isn't you're getting us up and coming.
Is there a studio on this, or is this being financed independently with weird?
Good question.
I forgot the announcement because I didn't really care, honestly. But something tells me it's not a studio, and if it is a studio, it's Lionsgate, or I don't know.
It's 20th Century Studios. It says McQuarrie is attached to write. This is from THR. Attached to write King Conan for 20th Century Studios, and Hollywood Reporter has confirmed that. Written here by Ryan Gajewski and Boris Kitt. Well, so that is what they say.
Yes, Steve Asbell's a good executive. He's been doing these Predator movies. What's the cost of the Predator movies? 10, 20, even 40 tops, right?
Yeah, it's not that much. Yeah.
Okay, then maybe Conan's worth revisiting at that smart price point. I'm just surprised, McQuarrie's pretty heavy duty. I'm surprised he's not more expensive.
Yeah, Badlands was $105 million. So I think 100 million is 80 to 100 is the tops that you want to do for something like this. If you go past 80 to 100, I think you might be looking at a loss. And especially because Schwarzenegger is, dude, come on. I love Arnold. I grew up on Arnold. I worship the ground he walks. I think he's incredible. But he's fucking 80. He can barely move around. Yeah. He's had heart attacks. If he tried to pick up his sword now, he might break his arm. Like, it's not even a joke. I don't know if I trust him to be the lead of this movie. And who are you going to bring in that's going to have the riz and the aura of Arnold Schwarzenegger to be the guy that moves him out, that he has to battle to reclaim his kingdom from? And it's probably going to be his son. So, like, how can you do this to make it work? I just think there's a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah, if I was revisiting Arnold things, like, I think True Lies was probably the one I would have gone with.
Yeah.
Try to do something with that. I know they did a TV series or whatever. I don't even know if it's still on the air. But McQuarrie, having that relationship with 20th Century would be interesting. Again, I know 20th is talking to somebody about the Apes movie. It's not going to be Les Ball.
Okay.
Wow. It's probably not going to be McQuarrie since he's doing King Conan now, but that would be interesting if Chris McQuarrie took over Apes.
Yeah. That could be interesting. Maybe he does this as a way, like, okay, I'll do this for you, but I want apes. Like, that's very possible. He could
he's interested in that, but I think he could do a good job because he's he's the thinking man's action director.
That's for sure. Did you see this, Jeff, earlier? Let's move on to this. Did you see this earlier this week? Tilly Norwood released a music video, an AI music video, dancing and singing and basically telling you that AI is your friend and to not worry about AI and to like me, really like me. Does this feel like a step forward or a step back in trying to get AI across the threshold?
I mean, I don't want to say anything because I have lunch tomorrow with Tilly Norwood. So she's actually sleeping over tonight too.
Hey now. I bet she's still there.
He doesn't know it yet, but beep bop boop, beep bop boop. Tilly Norwood, what's there to say about this scam artist? This green. What?
I wish this Dutch person had been funny, and then we wouldn't be dealing with this nonsense. But this 4 minutes was some of the worst shit I've ever seen.
Must have negotiated a cut. Like if Penske has not negotiated a cut of her future earnings, Tilly Norwood. Like, imagine if Tilly Norwood's creators were like, Variety and Hollywood Reporter, we want you to treat her like an actual person, an actual actress, take shit seriously that she says, and we'll give you 10% of her future earnings. Like, I mean, why are the trades legitimizing people who really should have no voice? And that's the theme of tonight's newsletter.
That feels like Penske would take a deal like that. I would not put it past Penske to take a deal like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, just wanted to bring it up, see what you thought. I thought it was horrific, man. Just absolutely horrific. Let's move on to your other scoop here. This is pretty amazing. Billie Eilish is set to star in Sarah Polley's The Bell Jar adaptation. I said this to the Lady Outlaw, and she said, wait, they're going to trust a debut actress to lead a film like this, to tell this story? But yeah, that's what's happening. Of course, Sarah Polley, fresh off her, my opinion, the best episode of the studio, or that oneer that they did. Your thoughts on this idea? Someone like Billie Eilish taking on this very classic and important novel. What can you tell us about your scoop here, Jeff?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting a little skeptical of these singers waltzing into movies and thinking they can just star in our movies. Let's get these people out. I mean, we haven't really seen her act much. I watched Swarm, which was an interesting show.
Oh yeah,
I can barely remember her on it. So I have no idea if she's up to this tall task, and it is a tall task. Obviously, The Bell Jar is a seminal novel, a work of literature from Miss Plath, who then killed herself at age 30. Yeah, does she have it in her? Who knows? I was a little surprised she was playing the lead. I thought that she might, be playing one of the secondary characters for her movie debut. But yeah, she is jumping right in with both feet. She can probably get the movie financed all on her own. Obviously, this was a big story that went global. Mm-hmm. I don't know if Sarah Polley needed a big star, essentially, to get this movie financed. It is The Bell Jar, after all. It is fucking depressing. I don't know if she just thought of, like, who's the most depressed-looking person that I know? Billie Eilish. Who has every reason to celebrate. She has 2 Oscars, and she's beautiful, and just always looks depressed. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but The Bell Jar, classic novel. They've been trying to do it for a long, long time. There've been multiple iterations. Kirsten Dunst is going to direct one. Expect to hear more about Kirsten Dunst soon. And
it's a weird approach. Let me just say that right now. It's a weird approach. She's going to do a song for the soundtrack. So is this, the chops to play this character dealing with mental illness, that's a hell of an ask. I think Sarah Polley's a fantastic director. She's only done 4 films in 20 years. She's like a female Terrence Malick in a way. Women Talking, which I thought was actually a surprisingly damn good movie. Stories We Tell, Away From Her was amazing. Take This Waltz was fine. So, is this the right move? And as you said, it may be because, what have you done for us lately? Women Talking, 10 people saw that movie. I don't know. So you grab someone like this, and I'm sure this is a very important book in Billie Eilish's life, so she wants to play this role, of course. But yeah, man, there's a lot of questions around this. We have no evidence.
I don't know. It's the most commercial package,
right?
But I think with Brad Pitt and Plan B producing, they've always, at least done a good job. Focus is a solid distributor. It's going to be handled with care. And I think that's what it was all about for Billie, right? She wants to feel like she's in good hands. She's not going to look embarrassed up there on the big screen, kind of like The Weeknd.
Yeah.
And I've heard Live Nation was involved. Some disputed that, but I did not update the story because I couldn't confirm one way or the other. It would make sense to me if Live Nation were involved. But anyway.
Yeah, especially after that settlement. Right? Don't have to worry about it now. For those of you who don't know, Bell Jar was a semi-autobiographical novel that follows Esther Greenwood, a young woman who seems to have a bright future, but gradually descends into depression as she contends with societal expectations, personal identity, and the pressure to succeed. She experiences profound isolation, suffocation, as if trapped under a, wait for it, bell jar. And as Jeff said, the author sadly took her own life at 30 years old. And this novel came out and hardly made any noise until 1971. So 8 years after the novel came out, did it become something that became a hit, so to speak. But yes, she had passed on before the thing became
I'm waiting for my newsletter to become a hit 8 years from now. That's what I'm banking on.
We'll see. Let's see what else we want to talk about.
Streamlabs, let's go. I need more questions.
Send them in, people. Send them in, for the love of God. We only have 20. Come on, people. Send in your love. Send your questions. Let's get into the Oscars, Jeff. Let's get into this story first, though. An Oscar-nominated director apparently will not vote. This is from a Deadline article that quoted a letter from a well-known director who apparently is not voting in the Oscars. And I'm going to bring up this letter in the article here. It said, "Hi, Pete. I enjoy your articles. I thought you might be interested to hear a take from an Academy member about this year's rules. I haven't seen even half of the nominated films, nor do I care to, because my time is far too valuable to spend watching movies I know I'd never vote for, much less be able to sit through. I found most of the films I did see to be mediocre, and nothing that I nominated made the final cut. Therefore, since I don't want to lie, I decided I simply would not vote at all this year. Yes, I'd love to vote for K-pop Demon Hunters, but not at the price of watching 4 other movies I know won't be as good. But really, the Oscars have become pretty irrelevant. Anora, Coda, Everything All at Once versus The Godfather, Lawrence of Arabia, Pat. I mean, fuck off with that comparison. Which 3 movies will people still be watching 5 years from now? It's all about the film, not the award. Rather than watch the awards, I'll probably watch Sing in the Rain, North by Northwest, or Searchers. Rio Best Pictures weren't even nominated. Feel free to quote me, but please don't use my name." So, can I say... Oh,
who wrote this? Peter Bart?
Can I say, I would like to say, with all full throat in my chest, fuck your cowardly ass. If you're going to write this letter, you fucking dickless coward, say your name, put it in print, scream it from the rooftops. If you're going to crow about the lack of quality in other people's movies, then let us see what your movies are so that we can decide if you even have any leg to stand on to judge other directors' movies as not worth your time. I think this is such an arrogant dog shit thing to write, and fuck this clown for writing it and sending it. Male or female, whoever they identify. What an asshole. Jeff.
I think this is a really realistic human response that people don't seem to understand for some weird reason. I have not seen all the Oscar nominees. Most people have not seen all the Oscar nominees.
You're not an Oscars voter.
but like, so what? So what?
But if you're an Oscars voter, it's your responsibility. If you take on the mantle to vote, then you watch the fucking movies. What? Yes, of course it is.
These people are working. If they're any good, and they're Academy members, so they are, right? They should be working, and not they can't put their whole lives on pause for months to watch to cram in 60 nominated movies. It's absurd.
I think that's ridiculous. First of all, it wouldn't be 60, right? It probably wouldn't be 60, maybe 30.
It is about 60 overall.
But if he was going to vote for every category, but this person didn't even want to vote for Best Picture, and that's to me is a problem. If you're a director, this speaks to an arrogance, in my opinion, Jeff. Like, I get what you're saying. Real world, not everyone sees all the movies, and that's totally fair. But if you take on the responsibility of being a voting member, you have to watch these movies and vote on them. If you don't want to,
I agree.
Yeah,
but he's not voting.
Right, but he feels the need to send a letter that denigrates other people's work, that shits on the fact that I'm not going to watch any of these movies.
He hasn't seen.
That he hasn't seen, so how would he fucking know? That's the thing.
Didn't look good to him. That's half the battle in Hollywood. You got to make me see it. I mean, he's right in that it's not a good year for awards movies. So the movies that he has seen, he wasn't impressed by. I can't blame him, quite frankly. And yeah, you shouldn't be forced into seeing a movie. If Hamnet does not appeal to you, you have to. I mean, I understand wanting a voter to see Hamnet in order to vote for Sinners or One Battle After Another, but just like an average person, right? Maybe if they've already made up their mind they're not going to vote. If you don't want to see a movie, why should you see it? Why do you, if you want to vote for K-pop Demon Hunters, why do you have to suffer through Zootopia 2 or whatever?
Because that's the game. That you've taken that responsibility on. These are the requirements. Jeff, you are the first person to talk about how people are such pussies nowadays because they try to shirk responsibilities for the things that they sign up for or connect themselves to. And the thing is, this is what this is. This is a wussy move, not to be body specific. This is a wussy move to say my time is far too valuable than to spend watching movies.
What if it is?
I want to sit down with this man and go through his calendar, or person rather. I don't know if it's male or female. I go through their calendar and be like, oh, there's a drinks that you wasted your time on. There's a lunch you wasted your time on. You watch this movie again.
To spend 10 hours watching an animated movies.
But that's the thing. Then fine. But this is akin to saying, I'm going to stop posting on social media. Goodbye, everybody. I'm not going to be on Twitter anymore. You could just leave. You could just not vote and not send any letter to anybody. You clearly want attention, but you're a small dick coward because you won't put your name to it. And to me, I'm like, you can have these feelings, but put your fucking name to it. Have some guts, And I wish this is James Cameron. I wish this is James Cameron. Mister, I want to get involved while I sit in my mansion in New Zealand. Fuck off.
This isn't necessarily a guest post on Deadline. This is, he sent Pete an email and then it fit whatever column Pete was writing.
He said, feel free to post it. That's him saying essentially, fuck yeah, put it out there in the public if you want.
Right, if you want it. And Pete, found an opportunity to do that. To me, you're calling this guy a coward, whereas I think he's brave in that he's saying it's not like movies aren't what they used to be. And I'm being honest, and I'm not going to vote. I'm going to adhere to the Academy's new rule that if you haven't seen everything, you can't vote. And that's exactly what I'm doing this year. That's a valuable opinion or a valuable
It is.
Just like the Weinstein interview this week, right?
Oh, God.
Like that's a valuable act of journalism, even if every word out of his mouth was bullshit.
It's utter bullshit. Yes, Weinstein, utter bullshit.
Yeah,
and he should be getting punished by those other prisoners way worse than he's being punished right now, for God's sake. But yeah, listen. I got no problem if you have this feeling. This is just a little nuance here. You can believe this. In fact, absolutely, the fact that you believe this and you want to say it out loud, I'm totally fine. Put your name to it. Put your name to it. If you're going to step out and want to put your shit out there instead of just going, I'm not going to vote, and quietly keep it to yourself and move on with your fucking life. If you're going to send this to Deadline, one of the big publications, and you're not going to attach your name to it, Your opinion means dick.
It's
Your
hard.
movies are dick. You know?
Yeah, it's hard for me to go there because I quote anonymous sources all the time. Like, what they have to say is still valuable, even though they're too afraid to put their name on it for fear of professional repercussions.
But that's not the same thing, because this is him denigrating other people's work from a condescending place.
He wasn't specific, like, hey, I watched.
He did. He said Honora. He said Honora, Coda, everything all at once. And then he compared those to The Godfather, Lawrence Arabia Patton. Bitch, I want to see your resume. And let's see if anything on your resume matches Lawrence Arabia, Godfather, Patton, for you to shoot your mouth about other directors. That's my problem.
Okay.
That's all I'm getting. I'm not yelling at you, obviously. I'm passionate about the person. So,
and that's the thing. But the guy is wrong.
Yes,
but he's right. He has every right to voice that opinion. Like, you
of course he does.
Thought Coda was bad. I thought Coda was great. I think Coda is better than a lot of classic Best Picture winners. So, I don't agree with this person.
Yeah, but I think there was an opportunity to make a commentary about the rules and commentary about the requirements and a commentary, as you said before, and as this person said, the time that they have to spend to do this kind of stuff. And there's solutions to be offered, right? There are no solutions offered here. It's all judgment, condemnation, condescension, and no saying like, hey, in the future, I think the better thing to go is to allow us to vote for what we want to vote for, not necessarily stress that we need to watch everything or certain categories. I'll have to watch.
Right? Yeah. It was always an unspoken rule that, we want you to watch everything, but we're not going to keep you from voting if you don't. Then they passed a formal rule, acknowledging the honor system, which is absolutely absurd in this town, even though in this case, the guy is using the honor system correctly.
Yeah.
I just think it's completely naive to think that if you're Michael B. Jordan's buddy or Timothée Chalamet's buddy, you have to see Blue Moon in order to cast a vote for them. They're not going to do that. If they don't have the time to do it, and then what qualifies as a watch? Can you throw Blue Moon on and then roll calls all that?
Oh, did I lose you? Or is that me?
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I got you. You kind of went in and out there.
Yeah, it's just what qualifies as a view? Do you actually have to sit and watch the movie, or do you just have to let it play out for 2 hours on the system?
Yeah, but I think this is funny because couldn't this turn around? And we know this, Jeff. If you win an Oscar, your quote changes, right? If this is a director,
millions of dollars are at stake.
Right. What if other directors don't want to watch this dude's movie, this girl's movie, or this woman's movie, and they don't get nominated, don't win because of the whole situation? Then that affects their pocketbook. Yeah, it's a very short term, in my bubble thinking. And this is the arrogance that some directors have, which is really frustrating to encounter in this business. This is why DGA signed their agreement for anybody else, because they only think of themselves. And I think a lot of directors are arrogant like this. They won't say it out loud, but a lot of them are pricks. Just like Tarantino going after Rosanna Arquette earlier this week. A lot of them are self-righteous pricks. And it's frustrating to see this kind of thing happen, because you see this kind of, just put your name to it. I got no problem. Say it with your full throat, pal. Let's all fucking look at it. And someone was like, why? So you could go after him? Yeah, that's kind of how it works. That's kind of how it works, you gutless coward. If you put your name onto something, you got something to say it with your full voice and say it with your name. Don't hide behind anonymity.
I can't imagine the hit that journalism would take if we had to just name sources. It's
different. It's different. This is not a news story. This is not revealing a news story. He's just saying he didn't want to vote. He or she's saying they didn't want to vote, and why. So,
but there would be professional repercussions. So,
yeah, exactly.
People to be.
I do. I want them to be honest and put their name to it. That's what I want.
Be honest, without fear of professional repercussion.
Then don't say anything, bro. If you can't step out there, then don't say anything. No, I don't. I'd rather them shut up if they're not going to put their name to it. That's how it works.
You might be too principled to be a trade reporter. That might be the problem.
Me? Oh no, you? Are you saying you? Yeah, no, I don't know. I couldn't. No way. I would never accept it. I would say you got to give me your name and I got to publish your name. No way would I publish this without a name. And I'm not judging the writer who did, by the way. I'm not judging the writer who did. I just love movies too much to see, and the Oscars too much to see this kind of behavior and see this kind of response. And like, I'm cool if you don't want to do it. I'm cool if you got issues with it. Put your name to it. And that way we can go like, okay, let's have a conversation about it, So anyway. All right, let's get some predictions real quick, Jeff, to the Oscars. I know you're going to do FYC, but just real quick, if we want to run through them, any thoughts on this? All right, Best Picture, who you got here? You want to say anything? Are you allowed to say anything?
Best Picture?
Yes.
Best Picture? I'm going to go Sinners.
Really? Wow. Okay. Wow.
Listen, everyone's like, well, according to this, and this, if you win this award and this award, then that equals an Oscar. And history has shown time and again, one battle after, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
I just think that it's going to perform better than preferential ballot.
Okay. Best Director.
I sense a lot more passion for Sinners than I do One Battle After Another, but happy to be wrong. I think with the old Academy, it would have won. With the new Academy, it's going to be Sinners. Best Director, I still think that's going to be Paul Thomas Anderson.
Okay. All right. Best Actress? I think Jessie, right?
No, I think it will be Jessie.
I actually think Coogler in an upset for Best Director.
Coogler in an upset, Johnny?
Yeah, I do. I think One Battle, though, wins Best Picture. I think it still does.
Okay, so you're flipping the flopping, and I'm flopping the flipping. Okay.
Yeah. Best Actor, I kind of still think Chalamet's going to take it, even with all the madness. But what do you think, Jeff?
I think it's going to be Timmy.
Yeah.
Here's what I think.
Okay. Don't tell Clayton.
Again, I think Clayton's done a great job all season, but I suspect that Clayton talks to more voters of color than some of the other pundits.
Fair point.
And so when he's hearing a lot of sinners, it's because of maybe the first people he's asking. That's fairly fair. I'm not suggesting Clayton doesn't speak to white Academy members. But I don't know, man. I don't see it from Michael B. Jordan. I just thought Timothy gave a much better performance. Michael wasn't really around to campaign all that much this season because he was directing Thomas Crown Affair. I'm still open to the idea that something crazy happens, like Wagner Moreau winning. But for some reason, I'm not buying the last-minute Michael B. Jordan surge just based on the SAG award win. I don't think SAG matters. I never thought it did, and it didn't matter last year with Chalamet. True.
The Ringer has Wagner Moura in an upset. The Ringer, I was reading their breakdown today, and they think that because the body has gone more international, that there is a real shot that Wagner could slide in and take this thing with the way they're voting. I
think he's a better possibility to me than Michael B. Jordan. I would rank Michael B. Jordan third, even though he is the perceived front runner right now.
I just saw it again this week, just to kind of solidify my feelings on it. Is he's incredible, man. Absolutely. Best Supporting Actress, I still think Amy Madigan. Your thoughts, Jeff?
Yeah, I think it's going to be Amy Madigan as well.
I have to say, seeing Sentimental Value again this week, I think you should have moved Elle Fanning out and put someone else in there. Maybe Odessa Azion from Marty Supreme, because Elle was fine, but I don't think she was a standout performance in the film. Did you?
No, I don't like that nomination. I didn't think she really deserved to be nominated last year either for A Complete Unknown. But I'll tell you what, though, she is good in Margot's Got Money Troubles.
Right, the Nicole Kidman one, is that right or no?
She's going to get an Emmy nomination for that, I bet.
Wow. I have to say, and having watched Sentimental Value again this week, Inga, I really like her more and more. I think that's the standout performance of the film, more than Renetta or Stellan. I think she is the standout as this kind of anchor amidst all the madness, man. I think she's great. Best Supporting Actor, I think still Sean. What do you think? Yes?
They're going to give Sean Penn a third Oscar before Stellan Skarsgård or Delroy Lindo get one. I have a tough time buying that. I'm not completely, I'm not completely buying the Sean Penn of it all. I still think that Benicio could pull votes away from him. Delroy could pull off the upset, but I'm going to stick with Skarsgård for right now.
Okay. All right.
Especially with that International Academy, like you said.
Yeah. Best original screenplay.
Sinners in One Battle for the Screenplay Awards.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Done deals.
Yeah, I think Sinners as well. Yeah, I guess One Battle. Did you see any internationals? We can move past this one. Animated.
No,
Anything else?
I watch internationals.
Which one?
I think it's going to be Sentimental Value, but The Secret Agent could surprise. I wouldn't be shocked if The Secret Agent pulled it off.
A lot of people like it was just an accident as well. Any chance that pulls an upset or no?
It was my favorite movie of this category, I would say, but no, I don't think so.
Okay. All right.
So
Did you see the animated ones?
That's a possibility too, but
yeah.
Animation, K-pop, Demon Hunters.
For sure. You see the docs? Any of the docs? No?
I don't know what to make of this one. The Perfect Neighbor would seem like it has it in the bag.
Yeah.
But again, as I said on FYC, she didn't pick up a camera. It's just like editing. And then I did Mr. Nobody Against Putin, and they told me it's the same deal. It's just like editing. So I think I might be switching over to the Alabama solution.
Yeah.
It's a long shot. But yeah, Perfect Neighbor is the heavy favorite.
Okay, agreed. Score, I mean, I think it's going to be Ludwig, but what do you think?
Yeah, Sinners.
Yeah, Sinners.
K-pop.
I don't know the songs. K-pop, yeah, sure. That sounds
golden.
Good.
Yeah, I don't really see how that loses.
Cinematography. I mean, I quietly hope for Train Dreams, but it's probably going to be Sinners or One Battle. What do you think?
I think it's going to be One Battle.
Okay.
Sinners has the identity thing going for it, but I think I like One Battle here.
Okay. Anything else you want to opine on? Anything else you want to talk about? I mean, those are the big ones.
I mean, Sinners best casting, Avatar best visual effects. I think Sinners could pull off an upset in sound over F1.
Ooh,
I don't know why I just handed that Oscar to F1 automatically.
Okay.
It should be an interesting Sunday night because I do think everybody's saying, "Oh, Clayton's only predicting all these Sinners awards because Clayton is a pundit of color," and
right.
I think I got to give Clayton more credit. I think that Clayton has been on to something, and he has his antenna out, and I think that they work well. And I think it's going to be closer than people think.
Yeah, agreed. All right. Anything else you want to get into? Shall we get to the questions, brother man? We got 25 of these. Shall we go?
Bring on the questiones.
Right, get to the questions. All right. We only got 23 of these, ladies and gentlemen. Send in your love. Send in your questions, thoughts, and comments as we're doing them, reading here at the end. 600 of you joining us. So please send in your love as we're doing these. James Proctor says, love the show. Any theory about Mandalorian and Grogu's main villain? It'd be great if it was Maul running things. Jeff, I don't know if you have anything to say on that.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who the villain is.
Fair enough. I sure it could be Maul. That's very possible. I don't know if they want to go that direction, but it could be. It could be a lot of fun. Toaster Retribution.
I heard it actually might be Stu from Scream.
Oh, again? Yeah.
Yeah, they're bringing back Stu, but in this movie, he's alive.
Fish sticks on pizza, yes or no? Fuck no, Jeff. Fish sticks on pizza.
I've never had a fish stick in my entire life.
That's not what I heard. WVU grad says, Jeff, give the people what they want. The new voice. The new voice, Jeff. What's the new
did
voice?
It today. I gave you guys Brother Jeffrey. Brother Jeffrey.
Put it together, man.
That is not a racial thing, by the way. Race has nothing to do with that. If you guys think I'm wearing underwear right now, you're dead wrong. I'm completely naked.
Yikes. Connor Przalomsky says, Tatiana Siegel said the other day that the Batman Part 2 is, quote, fully cast and ready to go, insinuating Chris Dent may have already been cast. Thoughts? Yeah, Jeff, earlier you had said that the Daniel Craig news was probably old news, even though it broke. It was probably old news. So do you buy Tatiana over there at page 6 or the LA Post, whatever it's called? Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
You don't think it's fully
cast and ready to go? You think we wouldn't know? You think Deadline wouldn't know?
That's
true. Tatiana's going to find out that the movie is cast and we don't know about it?
Good point.
Good luck keeping those secrets. No. I don't think that Christopher Dent has passed yet.
Okay. Kane7173 says, hey guys, hey Jeff, have you heard anything about a male counterpart in Coogler's X-Files? Yeah, Danielle Deadweiler being named as the female lead. Who is the male lead? Have you heard anything, Jeff?
I haven't heard anything.
Okay.
Who do you think it should be?
I mean, Jonathan Majors makes sense. Bring him back out from the cold. Take him off of that Daily Wire bullshit.
What are you talking about right now? No, it does make sense. Will the male lead be her age is what I'm curious about.
Oh, I'm loving Paradise right now. I mean, Sterling could be an interesting choice to jump up into theatrical features, man. I kind of like his energy. He's got that seriousness.
It's not a feature. It's a
series.
series.
Sorry. To jump into series. Sorry. Jump into another series, I guess I meant to say. Sorry.
He has a hit series.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. And will they be black is the other question.
That's true.
Here's an idea. This is
okay.
Hear me out. Okay. If she's like the new investigator, maybe she gets paired with like a grizzled veteran. Maybe it's very much like the Lanterns sort of.
Oh yeah,
dynamic.
A little bit like that.
So if she's Aaron Pierre, you know who I got from Kyle Chandler?
Who?
Sci-fi alum Matthew Fox.
I love what you're saying, except Matthew came out recently and said he's only going to do one season of the Madison. I think he's doing it, and then he's going back to his family. He said, I retired from Lost so I could spend concentrated amounts of time with my family. And now I'm back, but I'm not coming back for a season 2. I think that's what I read. So I love the idea.
If you spend time with family, then so be it. But I don't know. I spend time with my family, and I can't wait to get away from them after a few months. So if I was Matthew Fox and I was somehow offered the male lead in Ryan Coogler's X-Files show opposite Daniel Deadweiler, I would do it. But you would know better than I.
This is what he said. This is on the red carpet. He said, quote, "This is a contained experience for me in the show." Speaking of the Madison, and I'm very happy about that. It's been an incredible experience. But yeah, no, he's saying he's not gonna come back for season 2. So interesting stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I hope it's good. Taylor Sheridan was at the premiere and said, "You know it's good if I came out to New York." Blah blah blah. Big Bang OT4 says, your pick for Best Actor and Actress. We just let you know what we felt. Doug Developer says, Jeff, did you see Obsession at TIFF? As someone who couldn't get a girlfriend in high school and college, his desperation in the trailer felt real.
First of all, I don't know why that guy couldn't get a girlfriend. He was a good-looking guy. I don't think your first girlfriend would be Indy Navarrete.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I've been there. Sitting in the car where you wishing you'd said this or done that, and probably would have broken that one wish willow a couple times.
Yeah, that's true. Big Bang OT4 says Batman or Wonder Woman to appear in Man of Tomorrow. I don't think so.
Who's to say? I think I already said, but who's to say?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't think
What'd
so. I don't think so. I don't think they'll appear in Man of Tomorrow. I think they might be hinted at. I think there might be a reference to someone in Gotham or to an Amazonian, but I don't imagine they'll appear. Because it's already stacked. That cast is already stacked.
The audio, the picture and the audio is kind of all messed up. But
sorry.
I do think it'll be. I think Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Am I freezing? People are saying it's me that's freezing.
Yeah, I think you're freezing, bro, because I got 3 bars on my internet. So.
Oh, you know what? I know why.
Okay. You got that pouring up. Well, now he's frozen completely. WV Grad says popcorn bucket at MAC Champ has 13,000 calories. Thought, what? Is that real? Oh, we got to put Jeff back up. Okay, there you go. What? Whoa! Let me kick you from the studio. There we go. Kick us. There you go. All right, there we go. Jeff.
There we
Popcorn bucket at MAC Champ has 13,500 calories. Thoughts? What's MAC Champ? I don't know what that is.
AMC probably.
Oh, AMC. Oh.
13,000 calories. Like how big is this popcorn bucket?
Yeah, popcorn bucket.
This is the popcorn bucket for porn stars. Like, you can't fuck this popcorn bucket. It's too big.
It's for.
There's a new popcorn bucket. Basically, my first question is,
okay,
can I fuck it?
Whoa.
Then it's how much does it cost? Which is, basically,
yeah,
what I'm always asking, right? Can I fuck it? And how much is it going to cost me?
A large bucket of AMC popcorn typically contains between 1,000 and 1,100 calories. Even the large tub is about 980 to 11. And that's without butter. When you add butter, it's another 200 to 400 calories. So I don't know where this 13,500 is coming from. Clarify for me in the chat, WVU grad. Big Bang says, thoughts on the outrage for Chalamet's comments. Oh, I'm so fucking over it, man. I'm so fucking over it. Even Doja Cat came out today and said, well, I've never done a ballet. I don't know anything about it. I just did it for clicks, likes, and engagement. A majority of people who commented on this did it for clicks, likes, engagement, and relevance to comment on this. Nonsense, Jeff. Such nonsense.
And listen, I may have misinterpreted the comments as well, but I was right. Because these things are boring. There's a reason that people don't go to the opera and the ballet anymore. It's because there's other shit to do. And in comparison, these old art forms are boring.
Yes.
I went to the opera once. I bought tickets. I believe it was to Medea. And I didn't realize it was an opera. I thought I was buying tickets to the play Medea.
Right.
So when you went and then it was an opera and I couldn't understand a fucking thing. I was with a beautiful Israeli girl. I was like, you look great. I'm all dressed up. Let's get out of here. Let's go enjoy the night in New York City. Why are we sitting here listening to fucking opera? It sucked. I'm sure the ballet is no better. I don't care if you clip this and have those communities come attack me. Timmy is absolutely right, and he doesn't want movies to become those art forms. That's what he was saying. Right. He did not just like shit on the people who do those things. I think he has great respect for those things. But yeah, nobody wants movies to become ballet or the opera. Yeah. So again, do we want these people to be honest and to speak freely, or do we not? Like, right. I don't know, like pick. You got to pick one.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. He spoke freely about it. Yeah, he probably felt bad about it. Probably worded it incorrectly. I would agree with that. But Adela had a great response to it. She's a former dancer, been ballet since she was 3 years old. She said people are blowing it out of proportion. I don't think he meant it like that. I think it's fine. He's not wrong. It is kind of a dying form. It's sad, if anything. He just highlighted that. I think people are very upset, but it's like, as a ballerina myself, it kind of is. People should be going to the ballet more, but maybe this is good publicity. He was just talking about people going to the movies, and he wants that to still be a thing, and I agree. Still, go out to see these things. All of it should be supported. I don't think he meant any harm. I'm not, but I understand how people might be hurt by it. That's a very level-headed response.
Who cares? Like, everyone's just like, so like, I'm the watchdog. Don't you bully anybody on my watch. This is my internet. Don't come and opera. Don't punch down. And it's like, shut the fuck up.
I agree. And name me one opera. Name me 5 opera stars and 5 ballets you've actually.
You're absolutely right, John. That was the hilarious thing, because these people who are like defending the opera and the ballet. When's the last time you bought a ticket? When's the last time you went? You haven't. So please stop doing the white knight virtue signaling, just like Doja Cat did.
Yeah. It's all an excuse to attack him. People want to use anything to attack Chalamet. It's so ridiculous.
That's what happens when you're on top.
Yeah, that's right.
Timmy, don't forget who loved you.
Yeah. You don't even know how many people were upset at the Outlaw when he was on top. Fantastic says, hey, Hot Mike, extended windows for movies a positive thing, but who should take responsibility to reduce a movie's window if it doesn't perform? Well, I don't think you should do that. Why should you? The theaters will stop showing it if it's not performing. That's what the theaters will do. So they take the responsibility.
Right, exactly. It's up to the studios to say, hey, this movie comes out on this day and it's going to be available on VOD 6 weeks from now.
Yeah.
You can have that window of exclusivity if it's playing. Like, if it's not, that's up to the theater to say, all right, we're going to, these are our screens. We're going to program something else that we think is going to perform better.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Josh, what's up, Josh? Says, Jeff, great scoop today. John, thanks for the reaction videos last week. I caught up on some movies, Dead Man's Wire, 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, The Lost Bus, and I started Shrinking season 1. Wow, that's a lot. You should be an Oscar voter. You got this much time to watch all this stuff, Josh. Respect.
Tough lineup there, but
yeah, right. Like not a lot of positives on that line.
I like The Lost Bus. I didn't care for The Bone Temple. Dead Man's Wire, I thought was okay.
You ever seen Shrinking?
I did watch. Actually, really like Shrinking season 1, but I didn't continue with the show beyond that.
Okay.
I've heard it's really good.
Big Bang OT forces Paul Anthony Kelly for DCU's Batman. I don't even know who that is.
It's the JFK Jr. guy.
Oh, I haven't watched.
Stop.
Zubayah Beer. I hope I'm saying that right. Zubayah Ilbeer. Sorry. 2-part question. If Nolan, James Cameron, Spielberg, Denis Villeneuve, Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino, the release on the same day, they release on the same day a new original movie, who wins the box office? Who do you guys believe will have the best movie? Rank them. Well, there's so many other factors. What kind of movies are they?
What's the movie?
Yeah. What are the subject of the movies? Like, there's all too many to consider.
I'll go with James Cameron.
Yes, I agree. Cameron first.
James Cameron. Then I'll go Nolan.
Agreed.
I'd probably go Denis next.
Yeah.
Probably go Quentin next, and then Spielberg, and then Marty.
Yeah, I have to
like box office.
I'll move Quentin and Spielberg. I'll reverse their rankings, but I'm pretty much agree with Jeff on the way this all went down. Absolutely, that's what
Quentin has a certain floor.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, interesting question. Thanks.
Doug Doyle says Fargo turns 30 on a classic episode. Siskel and Ebert called it one of the greatest films ever. Which Coen brothers films are better in your opinion? Better than Fargo?
This is the easiest question we'll have all day, Doug.
Please, go ahead.
The answer is none. There are no Coen brothers movies that are better than Fargo. Fargo is their best movie. It is an absolute classic. Definitely recommend the Rewatchables episode that Simmons just put up with CR. Yeah. But yeah, like amazing movie. Basically a perfect film.
I have to disagree with my colleague. I would say probably No Country for Old Men is better for me than Fargo. I rarely watch Fargo. I rarely feel drawn to watch Fargo. I think it's a great film. We did it on the Cinephiles a few months ago, but I rarely find myself called to watch that movie. Whereas No Country for Old Men, I will watch all the time. The fact that the Lady Outlaw has to come in the room sometimes and be like, are you fucking watching this again? Like, that tells me how much I love that movie. So I would say that over Fargo, but that's just my Big Bang OT Force, a secret grandson of Luke Skywalker and Starfighter. Sure, that sounds good. That could be it. By the way, we only have 30 super chats. Keep sending them in, baby. Let's get to 50. Come on, y'all. Gutu Ahmad says, what are your Oscar predictions? I got MBJ winning. We just went through those, Gutu, so I hope you were there. If not, you can rewind back a few minutes. Dancing Dog, Conan has a small audience. Let it go. Conan has a small audience. Let it go.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably true. Yeah. Josh Duckwall says, also saw War Machine. My wife and I enjoyed it. We enjoyed all the movies mentioned in my first message. Oh, so they liked all the movies. Okay. All right. I got to see War. Did you watch War Machine?
I did.
And?
I woke up early Saturday and watched it before basketball, and I liked it. In fact, I really liked like the first half of the movie. I was like, this is really working for me. And I love Alan Ritchson. I think he's just a fucking star. It got a little repetitive. One too many times the machine peers over the cliff without like making any noise. But yeah, I thought it was clever and it held my attention. It was definitely one of the above average Netflix action movies.
Yeah, I need to watch it. I haven't watched it. Got to watch this thing. I've been catching up on all this other stuff this week because it's Oscars week, so we're doing a lot on the Cinephiles. Sam Oelette says, why isn't Gary Sinise in more movies? He's a phenomenal actor and absolute legend. Need more Sinise in my life. Well, Gary took himself out of rotation on purpose after being on CSI New York. He just kind of chilled out for a while. He does a lot of work with veterans charities. He does a lot of voiceover work, a lot of narration stuff, but he doesn't really feel called to be on camera. So it's not about people not wanting. It's more like Gary kind of stepped away by his own volition. Jeff, have you heard anything different?
Yeah, I've heard some stuff. I've heard that the thing you got to ask yourself is today Jimmy Shaker Day?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
A movie celebrating its 30-year anniversary this year, and I swear to God,
yeah,
there's no bigger Ransom fan than this guy right here. I have videos on my phone of both Ron Howard and Brian Grazer on separate occasions doing the Jimmy Shaker line. So if Ransom is doing anything for its 30th anniversary, they should call me. I should be moderating it.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Give me back my son. Yeah,
and
like
he was in that movie, John. Delroy Lindo.
Delroy Lindo is in that movie. You're right. Lily Taylor as well. It's a good movie full of great actors. Yeah, Criminal Minds. He did Beyond Borders for a season. Then I Still Believe, Sergeant Will Gardner, 13 Reasons Why, that Netflix series. He was in that. And then a small part of Joe Bell.
Isn't he Republican?
He is, yes.
That's why he's not in more movies. There you go.
No, bullshit. Bullshit.
It's definitely political.
Bullshit. I think he just walked away from it. He's got a lot of charities involved. Fantastic. If you're, it's your
grandmother thought I used to look like Gary Sinise.
Oh, I could see that. It's your right to not watch all movies, but name your name. Sounds like someone who's mad because no one saw their project. Ooh, that could be true too.
This person is very busy. He's very important. Doesn't have time to watch Blue Moon.
Yeah. Green Ninja 70 says, could a civilian / normal team Miles Morales, not a Spider-Man, make a minor cameo debut in a Brand New Day? It depends on what they've worked out, right, between Sony and Marvel. Would they want to kind of preview him in there? What do you think, Jim?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know anything.
Why?
I know nothing.
I know nothing. Sewer Dave, Elden Ring movie will be lauded, in my opinion. Are there any similar feelings / undercurrents for it in Hollywood? I'm a Rocha patron, excited to be a hot mic one.
Yes, sure, Dave. Tell him, Steve, Dave.
Yeah.
Elden Ring, yeah. Could be big.
Yes, we'll see. I mean, I think it's a very tough thing to adapt. And so I wonder how it's going to come off when it's done. Because it's just tough. So we'll see, hopefully, because people love that property for sure. Don Ashford, good evening. Any more scoops on the latest Magnificent Seven? Yeah, Jeff, have you heard anything?
Yeah, it's going to be Kevin Dillon joining his brother, Matt Dillon. He's going to be playing Johnny Drama.
Victory!
I got nothing else on Magnificent Seven. But if you can't get me Dermot Mulroney as one of the Magnificent Seven, you fucked up. Because Dermot Mulroney should be like the drunk guy who's just like, bang, 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 bang.
See the size of that chicken. Exactly. Al Smithy, people say Disclosure Day may be a sequel to Close Encounters, but could it actually be a sequel to Wait For It? E.T. the Extraterrestrial. I want E.T. to roll out of that UAP. Where's Elliot? That could be funny.
That would be nuts.
I don't think it's a sequel to Close Encounters. That'd be weird.
I don't think so either, but that would be nuts, bro.
Keltrick Pickens says, hey guys, any clue on Michael B's next projects after Thomas Crown? I'd imagine the offers are coming in hot and steady along with nice paydays.
Yeah, we already know what his projects are.
Go ahead.
Tubbs, baby.
That's right. He is in Miami Vice.
Tubbs.
That's right. That's right, y'all. He is. Yeah. He's busy, man. He's going to be fine. Robert Sanchez, 2334. What are the odds Disney announces Monsters Incorporated 3 next week during their annual shareholders meeting? They always announce a big movie at these events.
Didn't they already announce it?
Yeah, it seems like they said Monster 3 was already in motion.
They already announced it.
Yeah,
so bet a pig on Kalshi. Kalshi.com. This podcast brought by Kalshi.
There you go. Jeff, we're gonna be at CinemaCon. We're gonna be at CinemaCon.
Staying in the same bedroom. I heard. I got one with 2 queen beds. If you want to come over to the Flamingo.
No. We got our own room.
Where are you staying? Where are you staying?
We're staying near you, near the Caesars Palace. I don't want to say where we're staying because I don't want people showing up and threatening my life.
Guys, I'm John Rocha. I got a lot of crazy fans out there. Can't everybody accost me at the hotel?
I've got some critics who might want my ass too, so I certainly don't want to get into a situation there.
I'll be at the Flamingo. I'll be dressed in pink. Come sit with fucking bitches.
Yeah, I tried to get a Caesars. It was like $580 a night. I was like, you're out of your fucking minds, man.
Yeah, that's if you don't get the CinemaCon block, right?
Right.
Like they fill up on their block, then it's
It
like, yeah, we have rooms for you. It'll be $2,000. I said I could stay at the Flamingo for about $10.
Yeah, it's true. JMH Movie says, we need a section in Jeff's newsletter called DOA Development, projects that will never get made from the moment they're announced. This week, it's the McQuarrie Conan movie. Same with the Dwayne Johnson Scorsese movie in Hawaii. That's not a bad suggestion, Jeff.
A couple things.
Oh.
Well, first of all, I would have said that about Masters of the Universe and probably a lot of other movies that actually are getting made inexplicably this year. Dwayne Johnson Scorsese, I hear that is a go.
Wow.
Heard that movie's actually going to happen next year.
So that is not a DOA development film. So there you go.
After
they both need it. Jeff, they both need it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That Shadow 790 says, Jeff, have you heard anything about these video game adaptations? BioShock, Watch Dogs, Mass Effect, Life is Strange.
Life is Strange. I broke the Maisie Stella thing. That was confirmed last week. BioShock, no. Mass Effect, no. Watch Dogs, no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go. Uploaded 136 says, did you guys see Project Hail Mary? If so, how was it? Yes, loved it. Jeff?
I haven't seen it. Wasn't invited. Actually, I was invited. They invited me down to the California Science Center, which is where the big IMAX screen is. And I'm not schlepping down there. It's too far. So couldn't make it. So they did invite me. Forgive me, Amazon. But that was like my only option. I know everybody's seen this fucking movie. It's like, can't go to any of the other screenings. Sorry, I got my tickets.
All right. James kind of real says, Jeff went to school for screenwriting, correct? Can you share any details about screenplays or productions either of you've tried to make happen? No, I don't write, so I'm not.
Yeah, as I haven't tried to make much happen. I'm not even a failed screenwriter. I'm a guy who never really gave it a shot and was afraid to fail, essentially. But I did, productions I've tried to make happen. I did try to option the rights to a book. And the author agreed, but then we never really got a contract together for her to sign, and it never happened. But the book was called Dr. Snow.
Ooh.
It was about a Connecticut dentist who gets caught up in the cocaine trade.
Wow. That's cool, man. I like that.
Interesting limited series. But anyway.
I like that premise. The Richard Dart says, aloha, love Sinise and Imposter from Philip K. Dick. I don't even know that movie.
No, not a good movie. Bad movie.
Not a good, okay. All right. And Fred says, James Gunn wants to know where the Outlaw is staying for Comic-Con. I can't understand why. Oh, please. James Gunn doesn't even know my name, please.
Lay off James Gunn.
Yeah.
Let's get this going viral, just like the last James Gunn ran. Everybody lay off James Gunn right now. He's doing the best he can.
Cartoon 49 says, I enjoyed Hoppers. Your thoughts? Well, my out of theater reaction / review is up. I put it up on Sunday. I liked it. I thought it was a really good, not a great one, but certainly a good Pixar movie. Jeff?
I tried to see Hoppers and security stopped me and they said, remember 500 yards from kids? And I was like, shit. Okay, I gotta go. Oh my God. I didn't see Hoppers yet.
Okay. All right. I thought it was good. Let's move on to these stream.
I heard it's good.
Yeah, it is good. Streamlabs. Let's get to these Streamlabs here. Arnav Chaka says, hey, Jeff, you need more credit for finding info as sources steal it. Is Damson Idris Black Panther confirmed or still in talks? Joe Kirian talks with Marvel rumors. Are they true? Any news on Marvel casting potentials? When will Secret Wars cast be announced?
I just want the X-Men to be announced, and it's literally the entire cast of Stranger Things. It's just literally a cast reveal for Stranger Things.
Wow.
No, I really haven't heard. been a little quiet on the X-Men front. The guy who used to send me all kinds of bullshit X-Men rumors stopped sending them.
Wow. Wow.
But some of those rumors may have been true. Who knows? Who's to say?
Parker McNerney says, John, get more active on Letterboxd. Jeff, get on Letterboxd. We want to see what you guys are watching.
Okay. Letterboxd, dude. Why do we allow these things to like happen? I can sense them now when it's like young and starting out, and everyone's like, "Oh, what's this thing? Oh, should I join this thing?" And then everybody joins this thing, and now everybody's doing it, and then it becomes like the dominant thing, and it's like, why? Why do we were fine before this thing? We don't need Letterboxd. I have my own system on something called Blogspot. Remember?
You do.
Blogspots, guys.
You remember that? Yeah.
We'll do my movie list there. I update it every week. So follow the insider.blogspot.com. It's separate from the insider.com. You don't need Letterboxd. Happy if it works for you. I have my own system. Thanks.
There you go. There you go. All right, let's see what the next one.
I'm not ready to move on from Letterboxd.
Okay, go ahead.
What did you think of the Scream 7 shit?
What shit? What shit now?
Movie is out in the UK.
Yeah.
Right? It was out.
Okay.
And Letterboxd didn't let reviews up because I don't know if they're trying to preserve the mystery of Paramount obviously would not let Letterboxd post reviews. Yeah. Now it's one thing, like I understand Letterboxd honoring embargoes and like, hey, we don't care if you saw this movie in a test screening 2 months ago, we're not going to let any reviews up until opening day. But like once people have paid to see the movie, at some point you're just doing Paramount's marketing for them and getting bad reviews.
Right. I think that's
warning all along about the evils of Letterboxd.
Yeah, I think that's what happens. All of these companies, and we saw it, as I've said before, we saw it at the tail end when we were at Collider. Some people in charge were like, don't say anything negative about this movie, about this TV show. Don't, because it's gonna, I still hear through the grapevine that is sometimes still happening at Collider, that they're told not to be negative about a TV show or a movie because it could ruin their connections with a studio. So take that however you want to take that. And so I'm not surprised that Letterboxd, who has worked really hard to be taken seriously because it's just fans' reviews, they worked really hard to take it seriously. They're now on the red carpet asking actors or creatives, what's your top 4 movies? All this kind of stuff. So they're making deals with the studios. So they're selling out to a degree in order to have these connections with the studios. So I'm not surprised that they blocked some of these negative reviews, probably at the request of the studio, so the studio could have a big opening weekend, because we saw what happened in that second weekend, a 70% drop.
And that's why people are like, what did Letterboxd ever do to you? It's because I knew that they were going to sell out and do this. Like, imagine like having the power of like being the place like where movie discussion happens, essentially, and you build it up organically. Like, that's great. But I knew that they were just that they would be susceptible to the Hollywood shit. I've seen it happen a million times.
Yep. Sell themselves out.
Nobody's trying to get into business with Blogspot. Nobody's embargoing me there. So 100%. It's just a matter of like freedom versus like this is now a corporate tool that studios are going to try to manipulate, just like Rotten Tomatoes and all this other shit.
Yep, 100%, dude. 100% agree with you.
Stick with me, guys. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you to Micah for sending in a very kind donation, Michael Ratcliffe. Thank you so much, Michael Ratcliffe, for that. The message is not here, so I'm just going to say thank you from both of us for the very kind donation you sent in. If you want to put in your message in the chat, Micah, I will circle back around and read it. How much was
this donation, John?
It was a good donation. Let's just leave it at that. Okay. But I don't want to embarrass anyone. So Parker McNerney says, John, get more. Oh, yeah, he's already said that. Sorry. SL says, with the Oscars almost here, which of these past acting races do you think were deserving or should have gone to someone else? 2014, Matthew versus Leo. McConaughey versus DiCaprio. 2015, Keaton versus Redmayne. 2016, Redmayne versus DiCaprio versus Fassbender. 2019, Coleman versus Close. And 2020, Zellweger versus ScarJo.
This is too much.
It's too much.
Zellweger, I was with her winning for Judy.
Yes.
Story. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I agree.
What were the others?
Olivia Colman over Glenn Close, I think, for The Favorite. I agree with
that.
Yeah. Eddie Redmayne versus DiCaprio versus Fassbender.
What was Fassbender? Was that Steve Jobs?
I think that was Steve Jobs. I might have given it to Steve Jobs.
Yeah, he should have won. I mean, yeah. Leo Red was, what was that first Redmayne?
Keaton versus Keaton versus Redmayne. Michael Keaton versus Eddie Redmayne.
Keaton should have won.
I agree. For Birdman?
And
yeah.
First one, Leo and who?
Matthew McConaughey versus Leo. That's probably Dallas Buyers Club.
And Leo for Wolf of Wall Street?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. Leo probably should have won for that.
I have to say, I agree. I give it to Leo over Matthew. I mean, it's the performance that's still talked about versus Matthew's, Yeah,
it might be Leo's best work.
Yeah, you can make a case.
Maybe.
Fantastic says, the hot mic. Christopher Dent seems to be a tough nut to crack, but even though I don't see it, how about Mark Hamill, since people say Sebastian Stan looks like him?
I think it's I mean, I don't think it's the craziest thing, but I just think you can get a bigger actor.
I would say that's possible in a James Gunn movie. I would not say it's possible in a Matt Reeves movie. Yeah, he is going for something artistic.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's spot on, John. I could see him being Christopher Dent in a James Gunn movie, but not Matt Reeves.
No. Luis Fonseca says, have you guys seen A24's new horror movie, Undertone? See it in Dolby if you can. Sound design is some of the best, and the star of the movie. The director is also directing a new Paranormal Activity movie, which has me excited. Rocha, do a reaction to it.
I'm going tonight.
Are you really?
I'm going in an hour. I skipped it Monday night. I kind of felt bad about it. It's getting better reviews than I thought it would. Other people are saying it's dog shit. I don't know. If you're coming out of a movie, I mean, like, well, the sound design was great. It's not great, but whatever.
Text me after you're done. I want to hear if you liked it or not. Because I kind of want to go, because you're right. There have been some surprisingly good reviews from people I didn't expect to review it positively. So I'm kind of interested. Andrew McQuarrie says, what do you guys think of Paul Mescal's Hamnet snub? Is it on the same level as Affleck's snub for directing Argo? Delroy and Penn could easily make space for Paul. Oh, I disagree 100%. I don't think he should have been nominated at all, to be honest.
Crazy talk. Paul Mescal, who cares?
Yeah.
That was a nothing performance.
Yeah, I thought it was fine, but there's better. Yeah, no. Carlton Banks, Jeff, with Barry Keoghan doing press for Peaky Blinders, do you know if he'll be in the Batman Part 2 as the Joker? How come no one has asked? Same with Gosling, Stephen Knight. No one has asked about Star Wars. Well, they're probably told not to, Jeff. We know this on junkets. They're told not to ask certain questions.
Yeah, I believe Barry's back, yeah.
Yeah, that's been the rumor for a while. I liked Peaky Blinders, the movie, by the way. I saw it the other day. I liked it. It's a good kind of wrap-up. It's not as powerful as I was hoping. And there weren't people coming back who I really wanted to come back. But overall, I thought it was a good movie, and Killian looked great. I wanted more for Keoghan, though. I think he's introduced in a certain way at the beginning of the movie, but then there's not enough scenes to really fortify that way you presented him at the beginning of the movie, which is frustrating. SL says, Jeff, do you think Moonlight should have won Best Picture in 2016?
No.
Wow. You would have given it to Lala or someone else? Okay.
Lala, yeah.
All right. Do you think Annie Hall should have won Best Picture over Star Wars in 77? I say yes. Jeff?
No.
Okay. Any news on Tarantino's new movie, and which character that we've seen won't be in the next Avengers films? By the way, SL, you get one question per donation. You don't get to ask three. Like, you've gotten away with this a few times now. If you're only donating $3, bud, one question. If you want to donate more, then you get multiple questions. But come on, $3 for one.
What is this? It's which Avengers not going to appear?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know. Terrence Howard.
Gamora. Essa, what would you think about David Ellison tapping Christopher McQuarrie to direct the DCU Batman movie? Given their mutual connection via the Mission Impossible franchise, McQuarrie is exactly the kind of high-profile director Batman demands. I don't know that McQuarrie would do it under the auspices of James Gunn. Let's just put that on the table, you know?
I'm not hiring Chris McQuarrie to do my Batman movie after those last two Mission Impossible movies, my friend. I'm sorry. Those were not good.
That's a fair point. Carlton Banks says, Jeff, have you heard any news on what character Denzel is playing in Black Panther Part 3?
Black Magneto.
Black Nito.
Black Nito. I have no idea. I don't know.
All right. Richard Zar says, Jeff, I kind of feel a similar fear of success. There you go. All right. Don't we all? WV Grad, speaking of gun, who's your dream Batman for Brave and the Bold? I honestly, at this point, I don't have any dream Batman. I'm just like, cast the motherfucker already. Jeff, your thoughts?
Give me Daniel Kaluuya.
There you go. Kaluuya. That's a great choice. I love that. King Crooks says, Jeff, what's going on with Smile 3? Parker Finn really not coming back?
Would you come back if you were him? What do you need to do a third Smile for?
Yeah, I agree.
Move on, do something bigger and better. Leave Smile 3 with somebody else and take a producing credit.
Wayne or E42, what's up, gents? Timothy has a point about ballet and the opera attendance. That being said, my girlfriend and I are going to an opera on the 22nd. We are going to see Ang Nathan, a Philip Glass joint.
Classy motherfucker, Wayne.
Yeah, but Wayne, it's Philip Glass. You know, that's kind of, you're walking a little bit of the tightrope between opera and performance artist. And so, I mean, still opera, I guess, but you're playing games a little bit. Wayne also says, I am catching up with a lot of the Oscar-nominated films this week. Of course, film is subjective, but I would say this was a really good year. Marty Supreme, Sinners, Weapons, Begonia, and Surratt are my favorites. Yeah, I saw Begonia again over the weekend, dude. I really like that movie. Did you not like that movie? I like that movie.
Liked it. I just didn't think it was like a big Oscar movie. I was surprised it made the field, but weird.
I kind of feel like Jesse should have been nominated too on a second rewatch. He was really good.
You know, start handing out trophies to everybody. Everybody deserves a trophy. Come on down. It's trophy time.
I'm going to write a strongly worded letter. Josh Duckwell says, John, what's your favorite Steelbook movie in your collection? Mine currently is The Crow. Well, it's funny you asked that because I just got All the President's Men. So that is currently my favorite Steelbook movie in my collection. But as soon as the price goes down, I'm going to get the Excalibur Steelbook. But I am not paying $40 for that. As soon as it goes down to like $25, I'll get it. For God's sake. Haskell 420. Sup, guys? Ransom was on today. The chemistry between Mel and Renee is great. If they remade it, who'd you like to see in the roles? I'd love to see RDJ and Gwyneth. Oh, I don't think RDJ could reach the levels that Mel did in that movie. You need someone unstable as fuck and charming.
It's tough.
I mean, Russell Crowe 10 years ago, perfect. Perfect. Russell Crowe 10 years ago.
I mean, it's the man who can do no wrong in my book, and that's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Ooh, Gyllenhaal would be good. But who's the Renee Russo part?
Hathaway.
Oh, it's actually good. I would green like that. I actually would green like that. Yeah. All right. I like that. That's good stuff. Let's see. Thank you, Haskell. Appreciate it. Did anybody put in anything else? I don't want to miss anything that anyone else kind of sent in. No, Jeff, anything you want to talk about here as we're wrapping up here because we're close to the end?
Subscribe to the newsletter, my friends. I appreciate it. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, I think that's everything. Okay, well, thank you all so much for joining us here for this episode of the Hot Mic. Thank you for the lively chat, for the super chat, for the Streamlabs. Well over 600 of you joined us for a majority. We appreciate it madly. As Jeff said, subscribe to him at theinsider.com. Subscribe to my channel down below. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button, and let us know what you thought about all our stuff. And don't forget, we are a podcast. So in case you don't want to see our faces, you can just listen to us or catch up on old episodes. Take us with you while you hike, take a bath, have sex, work out, whatever you're doing. Take us with you and put it on the air. All right, we love you madly. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Enjoy Oscars. I will be live on Sunday doing a live watch along. So you hang out with me and watch the Oscars on Sunday, and we'll talk to you next time.
Come up here, bro. Why don't you come to JTE's?
How you guys doing? Well, I can't be on camera. I'm doing it on camera.
We can do it together.
So I can raise some money for myself. There you go.
A live stream from JT's apartment. And I'll wear pants.
You'll get high? I don't know. We'll see. All right, well, thank you all. Take care of yourselves. Be well. And we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode of The Hot Mic. Peace.